Broadcasting from the Fence One Studios. Voted #1 contractor in North Alabama. 94.1 WHRP. Gurley, Huntsville, Decatur. A Cumulus media station.
Tony, yeah! Tony, in the morning. Tony, in the morning. Waking up your world. Tony, in the morning. Tony, in the morning.
94.1 WHRP.
Teddy Swims featuring Giveon and Are You Even Real? 94.1 WHRP, Tony in the morning. What a day. What a difference. Listen, the weather like yesterday, but today it's all good. A high of 71, they say, partly cloudy.
24 little hours.
Yeah, right. Okay. No precipitation predicted today, so that's a good thing. But check this out. You heard, well, I don't know if I told you.
What didn't you tell me, Tony?
Well, I mean, everything comes to an end.
You won the lottery.
Let me just say, I've enjoyed working with you.
Huh?
Yeah.
Where you going?
Yeah, I've enjoyed working with you. It's been fun.
Huh?
That's all I have to say.
Okay. So I'm confused, but after millions of views, Tony.
Why are you confused?
Where you going?
Through that door.
Okay. After work. I get it now. After work, we're going through the door.
You did see the bumper sticker on my car, right?
What'd it say?
Gone fishing.
Well, I'm going with you.
Anybody that knows me knows when I put that bumper sticker on my car, because I don't do bumper stickers.
That means you're
it's
gone.
Lights out.
You gone fishing. Oh, well. After millions of views, the Red Balloon Dating Show has finally made it to Netflix.
That's going to be a lot of fun.
Oh, it's going to be crazy.
I'll binge watch that one.
I watch all the episodes.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
looking
so
forward to
funny.
that.
I can't wait to see it.
Listen, a lot of people are still complaining about the price of eggs, and some people decided I'll use the liquid eggs because they were a little less expensive, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now there's a recall. You can't even have the liquid eggs. There's a recall.
The liquid eggs got the flu too?
Probably.
How does this happen?
Should have wore a mask.
Well, IG is trying to do their part when it comes to online bullying. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so they're implementing online bullying.
That's good.
In schools.
Is it? Well, what about the adults?
If you're picking on adults, then it can't do nothing.
You know what
this is specifically for the high school and middle school students.
I know some people that need to get checked. I'm just saying. And you like Good Burger, the movie?
I love Good Burger.
All right, so they have 1 and 2. Now they're talking about possible third installment.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
A third Good Burger.
Yeah, third Good Burger.
Good God.
All right. Okay. Old School Blues Festival is happening, and that's all going down on Memorial Day weekend. It is a big tradition. 28th annual. We're hooking you up. Have you registered? If you haven't, go to the web.
Now, WHRPFM.com.
Today's best variety of R&B. 94.1 WHRP.
94.1 WHRP. Tony in the morning. I'm DJ Primetime 256. Don't forget the 256. Tennessee Valley. I got a real question for you. What exactly am I supposed to set my thermostat on? Like, with the weather being what it is, what am I supposed to, because, all right, so it's 42 degrees. 42, which is cold. It's cold. It's really chilly. I know Tony be talking about the summer, winter, the spring, winter, but it's really cold and chilly. So I had my AC on, right? And my AC was set to 68, which is pretty cool. Pretty cool because, you know, it's been a little warm around the valley. I wake up this morning and it is 65 degrees in my house. I am absolutely freezing. What am I supposed to set my thermostat on? I don't want to put my heater on. I know it's going to be 70-something later on today, right? I know it's going to get nice and toasty. What am I supposed to do, Tennessee Valley? Do I need to get longer socks? Do I get the pajama pants instead of the short? I don't know. Somebody help me out. All right, we got Back in the Day, Black in the Day coming up at 6:35 right here. Tony in the morning on 94.1 WHRP.
94.1 WHRP.
We looking black in the day.
Was that black?
We're looking back in the day. Back.
Well, back in the day, Scott Joplin, the king of ragtime music, was born on this day in 1868 in Texarkana, Texas. A skilled pianist, composer, Mr. Joplin started a 20-year ragtime craze with the release of his composition, Maple Leaf Rag, in 1897. Its tinny sound was the source of the name of Tin Pan Alley. You may have heard that in the music industry over the course of a few decades. The center of ragtime all went down in New York City. That's back in the day. On this date, back in the day in 1853, Cincinnati, Ohio became the first city to employ full-time firefighters.
Come on now, Pam.
All right, U.S. Air Force Academy was established on this date in 1954. General Hospital premiered on ABC in 1963. And in 1976, Apple Computers, Inc., it was launched by Steve Jobs and Mr. Steve Wozniak. It was Tupac's Me Against the World that hit number one, the number one album in America on this date in 1995. DJ Kool released the Party Jam, Let Me Clear My Throat, all right, on this date in 1996. And Google started this wild idea called Gmail. There you have it. On this date in 2004, celebrities celebrating birthdays and famous people too.
David Leo is celebrating his birthday today. His highest profile role was Martin Luther King in Selma back in 2014. We also have the controversial boxer / YouTube star Logan Paul celebrating his birthday, and we have Rachel Maddow, political commentator for MSNBC, and Jimmy Cliff, rock and roll Hall of Famer and reggae legend. We have Randy Orton, 14-time world champion, the WWE, and one of the best to ever do it in the ring. Find more celebrity birthdays on our Facebook page at 94.1 WHRP.
And it is National April Fool's Day.
Gotcha.
Happy birthday, fools. All right. That's back in the day. Tony in the morning on 94.1 WHRP.
Do you want the people's champ of fencing? Look no further than Fence One. Voted #1 fence contractor in North Alabama. They're the fence fanatics who handle everything from wood privacy fences to chain link, split rail, and even vinyl. Why? Because who doesn't love options? And don't worry about breaking the bank. They've got financing from 3 months to 8 years or 18 months at 0% interest. Yeah, they're fancy like that. So whether it's building, repairing, standing, or storing, Fence One guarantees the best prices and best quality. Don't believe them? Call for a free estimate at 256-735-3975. Visit fence1.net or email jordan.fence1@gmail.com.
And OMG, she put that Sierra sexy twist on it. It's a whole new thing, honey. Y'all better catch up. 94.1 WHRP, Tony in the morning, and DJ Primetime 256. Oh, so glad it ain't raining today, but yeah.
Oh, yes.
I mean, like, as you mentioned earlier, you know, it's cold. I told y'all it's a winter spring. Y'all don't want to believe me.
This is a real winter
Y'all
spring,
listening to the
Tony.
people that got licensed to be a meteorologist when I got a finger in the air.
Come on now.
Hello.
There it is. Oh, yeah. It's winter spring.
Winter spring.
Man, it was so cold. I woke up and I said, God, what's going on? So
Make you want to put your Christmas tree back up.
Tony, I went over there and I looked at my my thermostat and it said 65 degrees.
It makes no sense. Mine is always on 74.
Oh,
I live in Maui 24/7.
I didn't know if I need to turn the heat on or
Listen,
what.
I don't need a carton of eggs. I need my heat.
Right.
I put my money on the heat. Right. Time for the good news in the neighborhood.
Good news in the neighborhood. Alabama A&M University will host its annual academic honor convocation on Thursday, April 3rd at 11 a.m. in the event center. This ceremony is to celebrate the academic achievement of the university's most distinguished students at Alabama A&M. All of them are distinguished, but this is for the most distinguished students there at the university. For this and other good news in the neighborhood, check out our Facebook page at 94.1 WHRP.
The Good News in the Neighborhood is sponsored by Alabama A&M. Learn more about Alabama A&M University by visiting aamu.edu today. Alabama A&M University.
Mama,
Well, I'm always top that. When I was young, I had to walk in the cold. Didn't have no bus.
4 miles in the snow barefoot.
We didn't even know that the wheels were round back in my day.
Oh, wow. The wheels on the bus didn't go round and
no,
round.
they just stood there. They said, see you when you get back.
Just the bus.
Just the bus.
Just a little clankety clank.
Right. So hope you're having a 1st of April day start, a good one. And this one is good for the Steve Perkins family. The ex-Decatur police has reported that Bailey Marquette is not immune and will go on trial for the murder of Steve Perkins. And that was ruled yesterday in court. And so that's a slight win of justice for the family. We have to see what's going to happen at the trial.
Right.
However,
definitely the beginning, though.
That's the beginning. Yes. The trial is set for June 9th, and I know we'll all be paying attention to that when it starts, no doubt. Again, as his brother was saying, he was awakened in the middle of the night, and there were police officers surrounding his home.
Already at the residence,
of course, a tow truck driver, which actually initiated everything. And he just didn't know what to do. I mean, if you're awakened and all this activity, can you imagine when you open your door and you're like,
what's going on? Hold on.
Hey, what's happening?
Yeah.
And so, again, this is one of many stories that we've come acquainted with for so many years when it comes to police just might be using the bad judgment, the timing of it. I know they have their training and they have their reasons and this and the other, but this one is like, was this warranted for you to shoot and kill someone in the middle of the night?
And that's why I'm glad they had the immunity hearing. It's going to go to trial, and let's see if justice is going to be served.
There we go. On the upswing, let me tell you, people are already getting excited about this Monster Jam.
Already?
Yeah, so we're going to see if anyone has registered on our website because we want to call you and gift you 4 tickets so you can take the kiddos. Or maybe it's just a fun night out for the grown-ups.
Hold on, so you said we're going to call them, which means they got to stand by their phone.
Hello.
Because if you know Tony, she ain't going to leave no voicemail.
Oh, no, you didn't.
The Rocket City's first choice for today's best variety of R&B. 94.1 WHRP.
The latest gossip headline.
Here she goes, up in everybody's business.
Tony's Tattletale.
Did you hear about what happened?
Tony's Tattletale.
Tony's Tattletale. Is any of this true?
Tony's Tattletale.
Well, Will Smith not only has a new album, but could he have a new sequel? He's talking about, I kind of have a lot of other things I want to do. I thought I was done with making sequels, but there's a call for Men in Black, so Agent J might make a comeback. We'll see.
I like that. I like Men in Black.
Yeah. Congratulations to Kendrick Lamar and SZA. 6 straight weeks at #1 with Luther, baby.
Come on now.
Yes, and they're getting ready to go on tour, as you know, since that halftime show. It's been on and popping, you might say. And Nick Cannon, speaking of on and popping, one out. Hello. Maybe or maybe not. Well, his grandmother wants to know, Nick, baby, am I going to have another great-grandchild? No, mama, not anytime soon, but maybe in 3 to 5 years. Have you seen what these kids are doing to my bank account? Whoa, it's tax time. Right? You get a break. That's too many to count. All right, it's not the word, it's what I heard. It's just tattletales.
Now you're in the know about other people's business. From Tony's Tattletale on 94.1 WHRP.
$1 Million Baby. Tommy Richmond, 94.1 WHRP. Tony in the morning. I'm DJ Primetime 256. Don't forget the 256. Tony, have you seen the article about Richard Sherman?
Yeah. Now, this is not one of the wild out Richard Sherman going crazy
right.
stories.
Yeah, this is not the crazy one.
That,
yeah. This is so his home was robbed at gunpoint.
Craziness.
That is
This
crazy.
has been a trend recently with the NFL players, NBA players, that they know, everybody knows schedules because we're fans and we know if they're in town or out of town.
Yeah.
And they seem to target people. But the wild thing about this one, he's retired.
He's not, right. Family. This was his family's home. Like, this is crazy. I wonder when it gets to how are people getting the information? Is
I
it
don't
something
know.
that's being posted online?
I think
or
this
people-
one went. I think this one went left because
Yeah.
they weren't expecting the family to be home. Because if you look back at the other ones that have happened, no one was home, and they were stealing at that, knowing that they were away playing the game.
like you said, because
but
they had the
this
schedule
one,
out.
they actually held the wife
Yes.
and two of the children at gunpoint.
That's a
Now we're
scary
getting the
situation.
FBI. Y'all need to solve this. This is craziness, right?
Then, but it also, how do you better protect your home from things?
Don't know. They had the
like
cameras.
this?
They do see the people coming out of the house, and hopefully they can identify them. But you remember Patrick Mahomes,
Mm-hmm.
Travis Kelce. They were two people named Joe Burrow from the Cincinnati Bengals.
Mm-hmm.
These are just recent reports of people being attacked by theft.
Yeah. Do you remember The Simpsons?
Yeah.
You remember who was I can't remember who the CEO was in The Simpsons, and he had all the Doberman pinchers outside.
Oh, I believe in
that's
the dogs.
what you got to do. That's it.
Even if it's a little ankle biter, they will warn
Something.
you. Yeah.
And then, sometimes the ankle biters are the scariest ones.
I mean, really. I mean, y'all. Everybody need a Lassie. What'd you say, girl? There's a thief outside. That part better than a camera.
Well, hey.
Better than an alarm. That dog.
yeah.
Yeah.
Or you get Leon Thomas. You know why?
Why?
Because he's a dog. He's a mutt. Gentlemen, prom season's here and it's time to dress to impress. On Time Fashion's got you covered with their exclusive 15% off special on men's blazers, suits, tuxedos, and shoes. Whether you're going for that classic elegance or a modern twist, everything is in stock and ready for that big night. Come on to On Time Fashion. They'll help you step up your game and make a statement that won't be forgotten. Visit On Time Fashion today in Tuscaloosa or Huntsville and get ready to shine on that prom night. Don't forget to check out their website at OnTimeTtown.com. Tell them DJ Primetime 256 sent you.
Tony in the morning, WHRP.
Let's get into it with your morning Black History Facts with O.C. Maddox Jr.
Today, I want to highlight the phenomenal contributions of Dr. George Franklin Grant. He was an African-American dentist and inventor who made significant advancements in the field of dentistry. Yeah. He was born in 1846 in Oswego, New York. Dr. Franklin Grant overcame a lot of racial barriers, and he became one of the first African Americans to graduate with his other classmate, who was also black, from the Harvard School of Dental Medicine in 1870. Despite facing a lot of discrimination, he went on to become a respected dentist and educator. But now, hold up. He's also known for one of the greatest inventions that a lot of us know of today. Believe it or not, he's also the inventor of the wooden golf tee that everyone used to tee up at the golf course. Yep, he did that in 1899. His invention revolutionized the game of golf and provided players with a more convenient and consistent way to tee up those shots. Today, the wooden golf tee remains an essential place of equipment used by millions of golfers around the world. In addition to his contributions to dentistry and sports, Dr. Grant was also a passionate advocate for civil rights and social change. He used his platform and influence to challenge racial discrimination and inequality. That also paved the way for future generations of African American professionals around the world. Well, that'll do it for today. I hope that you enjoyed today's broadcast. I'm O.C. Maddox Jr. for Black History Facts, and until next time, stay informed, stay inspired, and keep on making history.
Your morning Black History Facts is sponsored by OMJ Media Design. Find them on Facebook. OMJ Media Design. Tony in the morning, 94.1 WHRP.
Tony, have you seen the red balloon pop dating game on YouTube?
Yeah, it's one of my favorites to watch. I haven't seen it in a minute, but yeah, I like that one.
I love it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say I caught all the episodes,
Right.
but man, the nerve to walk out there or the pressure to walk out there and you see all of these beautiful people and you're
Right.
like, okay, Can you answer this question?
Right.
That is the most. I don't know if you ever been on a dating game or like speed dating, but it's a lot of pressure.
I don't like speed dating.
Okay. Now imagine speed dating.
I need somebody to go. I need somebody to say, "Yeah, I checked them out." Me too.
Me too.
Yeah, no, I don't like that blind speed. No, and then you're at the speed dating, and you kind of scan the room, and you see all the other people, and you're like, I don't even want to go to that table.
Right.
I don't even want to go to that table.
So if you don't know what the balloon dating game is, so someone comes out, male or female. So a female will come out and they're looking for a date.
Right.
And there's probably about 10 suitors on the other side, but they pop their balloon based off if they're interested in you or, if they like you or not.
Right.
Starting off with looks. Now imagine if you walk in there and as soon as you walk in, all 10 balloons pop. You don't have a date, but you still got to answer the questions. That is crazy to me. None of y'all like me, and I still got to sit here and answer the questions?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's too intense for me. But I like watching it. I don't want to participate
I wouldn't want to
Yeah.
participate in it. Well, if you like watching it, it's going to be no longer on YouTube. It's going to go to Netflix.
Wow.
Netflix and chill. They're going to
picked it
have
up.
a bunch of new series.
I'm binge watching.
You got to binge watch.
Yes.
Now, if they're going to come out with some episodes, it has to be just as unfiltered as it was on YouTube.
Some people repeat. They become kind of famous on that show.
They do. So some people have been on the balloon popping side, and then some people have been on the dating side.
Right.
And I be sitting there with my girl, I be like, ooh, them socks right there. That's pop the balloon.
Some of those
Pop the
outfits,
balloon.
they look like,
What?
I'm like, man, they wore that back in
What?
1970.
Oh, my God.
Hey, sequins and big lapels. My goodness. I'm like, where you get that outfit?
So you going to come on the show
There's
with a cummerbund?
retro, and then there's like, man, you ain't have nothing to wear. Been digging in your uncle's closet.
Pop, 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 pop.
And you know what? There's a lot of comebacks, but leave the Jerry curl back there.
Oh, please leave the Jerry curl
Just
back
saying.
home.
These are not Jerry curls. These are Tony curls.
What's your sign? Horoscope. Is this your birth month? Here's astrologer Kim Allen with your daily forecast.
Happy Tuesday. Today is April Fool's Day and the planets are harmonious, calm, and invite pleasant engagements. This is a great time to meet and communicate with others. Social activities increase in the evening hours. Don't hesitate to reach out and contact someone you miss. I'm astrologer Kim Allen. Contact me at kimallen.com.
It's your best girlfriend, Tony Terrell, and you can stream us live every single day at WHRPFM.com. Check in now and catch up with Tony in the morning, weekdays from 6 to 10 at WHRPFM.com. Just click the purple button. Tennessee Valley, 94.1 WHRP, we got you. Tony in the morning, DJ Primetime 256 under the sunshine today and not
Good
the
morning.
raindrops. We'll take that like a nice 71 degree temp.
Ooh,
is in the forecast. Yeah.
Yeah, winter, spring. So this morning was the winter. This afternoon is the spring.
Now you finally caught
That's
on.
what
Took you
it
about
is.
3 weeks.
I was trying to figure, because I was cold. I went outside with my T-shirt on, ran back in the house, changed my entire outfit, put a hoodie, a sweatshirt, some sweatpants
What you
on.
running outside? What's going on?
Because I thought it was a spring.
Oh, brother.
But it was winter, spring, and they didn't
Okay.
teach me
You
that in
think
school.
I just be talking?
No, see,
I done told you.
That's what happens when you take them advanced classes, Tony. I did the regular classes, just
Oh.
the regular. When you got the 4.6 GPA and stuff, I was
Yeah, so I've been trying to explain that this is still a winter spring. It's not a spring yet.
Not a
But,
spring.
You
It's a
guys
winter
go-
spring.
You guys can go along with those professional meteorologists if you want to. I know a winter spring when I feel one. I'm trying to tell you, but you don't want to listen to me.
I know a winter spring when I feel one.
There it is.
See, yep. You've been in Alabama too long. That's the country post. Hey, I know it's gonna rain because I smell the ants. What?
What?
Huh?
My mama used to say, come back inside and get yourself a hat and take your umbrella. I'm like, why? I can smell the water. What? I can smell the rain. I'm like, I don't smell nothing.
I don't smell nothing.
Right.
Then all of a sudden, about 30, 45 minutes later, it come raining.
It does, but when you get a little more older, wiser, mature, you start smelling those things. I smell the rain, and I know a winter spring when I feel one.
You know what, Tony? Are you right?
Yeah.
Because I stopped eating pizza because I got older and wiser and started eating my vegetables.
I eat my vegetables on a pizza. I don't know what's wrong with you.
And then as I started eating my vegetables, I started to smell the rain.
Okay, so what had happened was at McDonald's, this guy, I apologize. This guy was having a job interview, right?
Yeah.
And so he had his kiddos with him, and he didn't have transportation.
Right.
Is that how the
so
story
he didn't
goes?
have he didn't have transportation. The man goes to McDonald's, and McDonald's has the playground.
I didn't know they still had those.
Not all of them have it. Not all of them have it.
yeah.
These are going to be the older ones. So he takes his kids, ages 1, 6, and 10.
Yikes.
And they walk to the McDonald's, and he feels it's like a safe space, but he's also trying to get a job. So he leaves the kids in the play area to go to a job interview.
And by
the time he gets back, the sheriff department had been called, and they're there watching the kids.
Kids left unattended.
Kids left unattended, and the man winds up going to jail.
Let's roll this back real quick. Did you say 1-year-old?
1-year-old, a 6-year-old, and a 10-year-old.
Yikes.
Yeah.
I can almost see the 6 and 10, but the 1, that has me a little squirmy. Yikes.
But never leave your kids unattended. But I also feel for the man because he's trying to get a job. He got the
like
kids.
There's nowhere way out to try to get that job, and
And if you ever been to a job interview with your kids and people look at you sideways, all you're trying to do is get a job to change your situation. If I brought my kid here, it was for a reason.
Listen, you have a job interview. Maybe honesty is the best policy.
Yeah.
I've heard of that before. Is that you say to the person, I really need this job. I am the person you want for the job. I'm going to be a real great employee, but I'm in a situation. I'm living real life out here in these streets.
Yeah.
I need to have this job, but I've got 3 kids. I can't afford, child care because what? I don't have a job, and I need to bring them to the job interview. This is
that's
reality.
Real life. No, that's a real life situation.
I interviewed someone once before, and they said, "Look, I've got my dad. He's older. I'm watching him today. I want to have the job interview. Is it cool?" I said, "Yeah, bring your dad. Bring your dad." I know it's a different thing because he's an adult. Those are kids. People, we can bend a little bit and have real life understanding that this is real life.
I agree.
I'd rather somebody say, bring your kids, than them being at McDonald's unattended.
And then something.
We need to get off of that stuff. These employment, employers, and all this. Oh, I can't say that on the radio. We need to stop. We need reality. People don't want to live in the real world. People want to pretend like, oh, well, you have to come in a suit and tie and blah, blah, blah. Well, that's not what I'm going to wear at this job.
And then it's also not what I have. If I'm being like, this man walked with his 3 kids to a place that I'm not saying that he was right, but I can understand wanting to be able to better myself in my situation.
Right.
So I get my kids some food. I let them play for a little bit so I can turn around and do an interview.
I get it too. And that was the safest place he thought because it's McDonald's. I get that. But I am kind of mad at him for leaving those 1-year-old.
I'm not excusing it. Definitely not excusing it.
It's a lot of emotions here. But you understand the frustration.
Yeah.
People trying to get a job. Can we be a little more lenient as employers when people have situations like that, especially when you have someone that is going to become a very good employee for your establishment?
But it's also hard to determine who's real and then someone who's going to take advantage of the situation as well.
Well, I mean, come on.
And that part sucks as well.
It's just an interview. How can you take advantage of an interview? It's just an interview.
Well, it is an interview. I mean, but the actual job.
Well, then that's enough. Yeah, you can't bring your kids to the.
Yeah.
Okay, I get what you're saying. So that first month, I got to bring them to work. That first month.
We was cool at the interview.
Right.
But
don't bring them to the job.
94.1 WHRP.
94.1 WHRP. Tony.
Wow.
Tony, I got a question for you,
Somebody's
Tony.
glass broke. Goodness.
I'm working. It's the best girlfriend.
Oh, no, it's not him that sings the jingle.
You sure?
Oh, but they already.
I'm trying now. I'm doing.
I think they just figured that out anyway. Sometimes you don't have to say anything.
If you didn't know, now you know. No, okay. So, Tony, you know about the egg recall? Bird flu, eggs are going expensive. Did you hear about the liquid eggs?
interesting thing about the liquid eggs, which is never one of my go-tos. I got family members that use it. And I'm like, I need to crack that egg. I need to see where that's coming from.
That's what I like.
That liquid in a carton that looks like.
I don't want any eggs that say shake well.
Yeah. So liquid eggs, not as costly as a carton of eggs. Why a lot of people kind of opted to use them.
Right.
But another, what you call it?
Recall?
It's not a remix. It's a recall. Yeah. So that's crazy. Over 2,012 pounds of liquid eggs.
Yeah, 212,000 pounds of liquid eggs.
Now, this is a very popular brand, Egg Beaters.
Yes.
Very popular brand. Why? Did the bird flu get in the carton?
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
So they say don't serve the liquid eggs. You ain't got to worry up in my house. No. If the eggs are runny, I ain't liking it anyway.
Right. I need my eggs either over hard or scrambled.
You can get a refund or return or just let them run on away.
Today's best variety of R&B. 94.1 WHRP.
94.1 WHRP, Residuals by Chris Brown. I've just made a vow to myself that when the new concert tour kicks off, I'm going to see Chris Brown. You ain't got to go with me. I'll go by myself. I'm going to be the auntie in the crowd.
You going.
I'm going to get my groove on.
You going.
Mind your business. I bought this ticket. It's my seat.
I just heard what you said. You said you heard a little Prince going on there in the back.
I did. Did you not hear?
Heard, yeah.
You can hear that guitar riff in there. And man. Yeah, that's a great song. You got me, Chris, on that one. I'm coming just to hear that one song.
Just that one song. We're going to see Tony out there with the meet and greet.
There's nothing.
Meet and greet.
Oh, yeah, because, he does things. I'll be your babysitter. Bring my own handcuffs. Popo, you ain't got to bring your handcuffs. I'm bringing my own.
No!
What? No, I can't say that on radio.
We live.
My bad. Yeah. Who child is this? I'll bring them home. We'll put Chris Brown in the stroller. I'm bringing him home.
Buckle up, young man. Buckle up.
Oh, my goodness. Boy, to be young again at a time like this, I tell you. Whew. They didn't have guys like that when, because when I came up, Michael Jackson, Prince, they were our heartthrobs,
Yeah, okay.
And everything like that. They were cool, but not like Chris Brown.
They wouldn't see Breezy cool.
Man, they weren't like Usher feeding you strawberries and cherries. They weren't doing all that. They want us to braid their hair and pat their afros. Come on now. No. All right.
They want you to braid their hair and pat their afros.
Yeah, right. I'm having a flashback. Let me get into this. So Marvin Sapp, you got me going off. And Marvin Sapp is saying, I'm sorry.
He's so sorry.
Yeah.
Well, Tony, a 13-year-old kid opens up a hot dog stand.
Oh, I like
it. And guess what?
What?
The neighborhood tried to shut him down.
Oh, brother. Karens and Kens coming out. Our inspiration song of the day at the top of the hour. Stay with us. Tony in the Morning, WHRP.
Tony in the Morning Show. Weekdays starting at 6 a.m. on 94.1 WHRP.
94.1 WHRP. Tony in the Morning. I'm DJ Primetime 256. Tony, a young entrepreneur, was setting up a hot dog stand in Minnesota.
I like it.
13 years old, black man.
Oh.
Getting it in.
First job.
Created by himself.
Yeah.
And you know what his community did? They shut his hot dog stand down.
Why?
Shut his hot dog. They said that he wasn't operating legally.
Why?
Because he didn't have a permit.
Oh.
But you know what the city did?
That's what we doing now?
They hating on a young man. They said, you know what, young man? You about to be a BB.
What is
a black billionaire.
Oh.
That's what they said. And they tried to shut him down early.
What's the city?
The city decided to help him get his hot dog stand.
Well, what's the name of the city?
Minnesota.
Oh, okay.
So Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Okay.
So what they did, the city got behind the young man.
Yeah.
They seen what the complaint was.
Right.
They helped him get his hot dog stand up to code, and they paid the $83 fee.
Did they really?
That's what the city did.
Man.
They said, hey, we see what your neighborhood do, but you about to be a BB in our community, a black billionaire.
Minneapolis,
Minnesota.
home of Prince.
Oh, come on. And, hey, home of the hot dog stand.
Should be a Prince dog over there.
Ooh.
I bet that sell out. With some purple buns. Get the purple potatoes. And make some potato buns. I'm just saying. I'm giving them an idea.
The purple buns.
Yeah, the purple potato bun.
The purple.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That is an idea. Young man, are you listening?
I hope he's listening.
Future black billionaire, you listening? And then you also on the side, you got to get a Tony Terrell dog.
Oh.
Get a Prince dog and a Tony Terrell dog.
Yeah, you put some curly fries so they match my hair.
Come
curly
on.
fries with that. Just saying. Well, listen, Marvin Sapp, who's had a lot of backlash because of the $40,000 offering that he wanted to collect when he asked the ushers to close the doors. Did you know that this actually happened last year?
Yeah.
And so viral video picking up speed this year. And now he says, I looked at that video and I can honestly say, looking at the video, maybe I was a little more aggressive than I should have been, and I can't apologize for that. So next time, say, ushers, please close the door.
Please, ushers, can you please close the door?
Please close the door. And for those of you who may not have $20, could you please give us $19.99?
Come on.
Right? Motivation and inspiration coming up. 94.1 WHRP.
94.1 WHRP.
94.1 WHRP. Tony in the morning. I'm DJ Primetime 256. Don't forget the 256. And now it's time for your motivation and inspiration.
One of the most valuable gestures you can make these days in today's climate is just to be polite and be respectful. A little thank you and a how do you do won't hurt anybody. So the next time you bump into a stranger, say thank you or how do you do? That's your motivation and inspiration. 94.1 WHRP.